What's up, everybody? It's Philip Randolph, and it's 10 Minutes to Vent. And today we're going to be talking about a subject that I know I'm going to get probably pan-fried. That means the comments are probably going to go crazy. But today's topic is, do your vote really matter? Does your vote really matter? Okay? And that's with anything. But specifically politics. In politics, does your vote really matter whenever you're voting for president, senators? Does your vote really matter? Honestly, I believe that it does, but I honestly believe that it doesn't. So I'm kind of on both sides of the fence with this one. And the only reason why is because I know that the world is ran by rich families, and not a lot of families, but it's ran by rich families. And I believe that the money and the power of these families has everything to do with who they want to be in power, who runs the world, who they want to be in charge, whether it be with politics, entertainment, our food, our income. I just believe that we as people, our vote definitely does matter, but it doesn't matter to an extent as well. Now let me explain myself. There are certain people that these rich families, right, that's in charge of making the world go round, needs to be in charge, right? Why? Because they know that nobody can really control the masses of people without having something or somebody that people can relate to. All right? People have to relate to have trust, okay? Like, if I don't trust you, I'm not going to agree with you at all. All right? But if I have some type of trust with you, I'm going to believe what you say, and I'm probably 9 times out of 10 going to do whatever you do as the individual or whatever you tell me to do. So when it comes to voting, and this is my personal opinion, I just believe that the rich families have people in place. People have billions and billions of dollars. I mean, people with money have inherited this money for a long time. Okay, for a long time, guys. There's no secret. Okay, there's no secret that this world has been ran by kings and queens and emperors and empresses for a long time. And it's nothing new, under the sun. But the same thing is happening in today's climate, in today's society. Of course, you're not going to know who these people are. You can do all the research you want to. But like I was saying in my podcast, my last podcast, the internet is going to give you the information that they want you to know. All right? It's up to you to do your own due diligent research. But as far as voting, especially when it comes to politics, everybody can't become a senator. Everybody can't become a representative. Everybody can't become a vice president, the secretary of the state, the president of the United States. Everybody cannot become these high level positions. And it's not just by luck, okay? These people are placed in these positions because of the network and the networking they have developed over the years, or these rich families have purposely put these people in place. There's a movie that's one of my favorite movies of all times. It's an older movie, and the name of this movie is called Trading Places, right? Eddie Murphy's in this movie, and Eddie Murphy was a homeless guy, right? He was a homeless guy, scam artist, just trying to make some money. These two rich millionaires, right? Mortimer and Randolph. I guess they saw him one day, and they wanted to make a nobody, a somebody, right? They saw Eddie Murphy. They saw him. So, and I'm just paraphrasing. They saw him and they said, well, look, we're going to give him money. We're going to see what he does with it. Okay? Needless to know, right? Because they thought he was just going to blow all the money and be in the same position. Right? But that did not happen. Eddie Murphy was definitely his role. He was smarter than he looked. He didn't have any money at the time, but once they blessed him with the money and they put him in the right places, they gave him the right resources, he utilized that to the best of his ability, and he definitely milked the opportunity. He used the opportunity to his advantage, and he created wealth, and it didn't leave, okay? In turn, Randolph and Mortimer became homeless, right? They didn't have any more funds. Now I'm saying that to say this. Nothing, guys, that we do, right, is a fluke. Nothing that the big people in charge do is not on purpose. Everything is purposely done. This life is like chess, right? Everything is purposely calculated. Without things being purposely calculated, you have no end result. The end result is wealth, power, right? And control. The same logic that I have with the Trading Places situation is the same logic that I have with your votes. I just believe that they can tell you that your vote count, but does it really count? I don't really believe it does. Now, whenever we're talking about something at the school, something local, yes, your vote counts. But when it comes to politics, things of the sort, your vote definitely does not count. It doesn't count. People say that the electoral votes and all that, Guys, there's so many of us in the world. Have you ever thought about this? There's so many of us in the world. And if our votes really counted, do you know how many days it would take? You know how many days it would take to calculate all our votes, unless it was just electronically, right? There are some electronic ballots, but guys, these people are put into place to count your votes, right? It's not just anybody. These people are specifically chosen. All right. Now, anybody can apply to be on the voters registrations committee to count the votes and everything. But these people are purposely put into place. These people sign documents, and, there's some information that these people cannot even tell you. So you telling me that you trust these strangers, right, with your vote? You're telling me that none of these votes are being thrown away? You telling me none of these votes are not being counted? I'm a firm believer, like I've been saying from the beginning of this topic, right? These rich individuals, these rich corporations, these rich families that's in charge have every bit of control into our life in modern day society, especially when it comes to control, my control. Guys, it's Philip Randolph. And today we were talking about, does your vote really matters? There's no right or wrong answer. Leave your comment below. Let me know what you think. I love your feedback. Like I always say, stay motivated, stay blessed, stay safe. Until next episode, I'm out.